Greetings, this is Frosty Thundertrod, Tulnar Beastmaster of the Sundered Guard. It is now Tuesday, 3 days away from the opening of Alpha 2 for me. I have heard from Jamie Chaos and a few other people that a bunch of Alpha 2 testers actually got invited to a spot test today. Unfortunately, I was not one of them. But I wanted to make a brief update since I've talked to some people who've been into pre-alpha spot testing, and my pre-announced plans for Alpha 2 have had to change because of information that I've gained. And also with the new website that Intrepid has put out, the Tulnar have got a little bit more extra lore added to them. And since the Sundered Guard is going to be an all Tulnar guild, I wanted to do a quick little cover of this and then move on to my revised plans for Alpha 2. So the Tulnar are as varied as the beast aspects they possess, but they are united in one crucial belief: corruption must be fought, wherever it creeps. They are refugees that not only survived, but have thrived despite its tormenting presence in the world above. In the caverns below the surface, while the ancients ravaged the world above, the survivors from all walks above came together below, pooled resources, skill, and knowledge of essence to build a tightly knit community on trust and necessity. They carry these traditions with them today, and that all things are shared, be it prosperity or austerity. Mysterious magical wards throughout the massive caravan sealed them all underground until the divine gates reopened unexpectedly. Cautiously they returned to the surface to greet the other nations as they arrived through the archways. Personally, I like this update to the Tulnar because I think this makes it even better suited to be the race of the Sundered Guard. No, I don't necessarily like this all shared, but that does strike of socialism. But in small, tight-knit communities, socialism actually does work. But as we move out of these small, tight-knit, very isolated communities into the wider world, that whole socialism tendency is going to have to be kind of set aside. But on to my changes for my plans for Alpha 2. Basically, I have found out that my plan to just immediately run out to a node right away is pointless. One, you can't become a node citizen until you reach at least level 10. And two, a couple of the quests in the starting area just outside of the porthole are actually required to unlock things like crafting and mounts. And so I am going to hang around just outside of the starting area long enough to do the required quests to get my crafting skills and then to get my mount. And then I'm going to join up with a group, and then the group of us are going to run out to a node together. There's going to be a couple of us from TSG. I think our longtime friends, the Sagwin Wild, are going to have a couple members in here. And I'm also going to be hooking up with Extermicide, formerly of the Burning Discretion fame. Hopefully he brings that back soon, now that we actually have more to discuss. So I am going to stay with the Melee Ranger for when I first enter Alpha 2, and I will stay with the Melee Ranger until the first wipe. After the first wipe, I am going to switch to a archery-based tank, and then I'm going to play that until the second wipe. Hopefully, sometime shortly after the second wipe, I will come up on might be phase 3 by that point, and I'll actually be able to play my chosen base subclass, or base class, the Summoner. And maybe by that point I'll actually be able to be a Tulnar Summoner in-game. And at that point I am going to focus more on playing a Summoner every which way possible, until I know this class inside, outside, forwards, backwards, upside down, inverted. Anyway, I want to know anything that there is possibly to know about the summoner. And then once the second archetype is unlocked for the summoner and I can add ranger, I'll go ahead and become a beastmaster. And then once I do that, I'll experiment the other way around. I will be, instead of being a summoner ranger, I'll be a ranger summoner. Try it that way. I might even try mixing in a couple of the other archetypes into the summoner and to get to know how it works that way. But that is my updated plan for Alpha 2. Thank you very much for watching.